but I don't know if it's like cutting off blood circulation. So we'll see. Press. Yes, good. Stay on it. Ah! Sort of put something in my pre-workout, I think. So yesterday I woke up at 5:30 AM and smashed down a coffee. I left the house at just gone 6 AM and got to work at 6:30 AM. I did a few hours of personal training, and in between clients I smashed down a protein smoothie with a lot of calories. And you know, because I'm a bit of like, you should probably know that by now, I completely forgot to put my squat shoes in my gym bag, and I've had to come the whole way back home, and that's like a 25-minute drive. So I've come back home, I've had my haircut, I've got my squat shoes, about to put them in my gym bag, and now I'm gonna get in the next meal, which is in this box right here. So all it is chicken, rice, so 200 grams of chicken breast, 120 grams of rice, that's raw weight, along with some peri sauce. I also ate a banana, a cookie, and a swirl whilst I was getting my haircut, or just before, because I was absolutely starving. So anyway, I'm gonna whack this meal down, and then I'm training legs with Nikolai. So hopefully it's a good session. So yeah, in for legs with Nikolai. So in terms of exercise we're doing today, starting off with calves and an adductor. So the reason I do these two exercises first isn't because I'm trying to prioritize these muscle groups or anything. It's more just to do with that if I do them like after the hack squat, I kind of just like half-arse it and I don't put in the effort I should. And I feel like once I've done these first, it doesn't like take away from the big movements. 2 sets there, 2 sets here, just like the standard top set and back off set. And then with the adductor as well, what I do, because like the strength profile of the adductors is that in the lengthened range we're really strong, in the shortened range we're pretty weak. So what I do is just spend a second in the shortened range on the first set, and then once I've built up that fatigue, then what I'll do is just keep them continuous without that pause in the middle. Hey! Boom! Oh. Yeah, beautiful. So next, yeah, seated leg curl. I like to do this prior to the hack squat, just to get the knee joint warm before I go into that squat. So in terms of execution, obviously we're working more in the lengthened range with the seated hamstring compared to a prone leg curl. But with my actual setup, what I like to do, this is a good tip actually, because I see this a lot with people. When they're doing it, they'll be pushing on the handles like this, and what will happen is their lower back will keep creeping forward like that. So what I like to do is just have my hands just at the bottom down here. That way I can like push my lower back into the pad as well, rather than that slipping away. That way, obviously I'm gonna get a bit more out of my hamstring rather than like smashing my lower back up. So yeah, a little tip for you there. So 2 sets, top set, 8 to 10, back off 12 to 15. Typically I don't really like going under like 8 reps with this, because I end up just feeling like I'm using momentum then to shift the load, and then like other muscles like the lower back ends up taking over. So yeah, 2 sets here, then we'll get on the hack squat. Good. Yes, good. Again. Drive. Good. Stay on it. 1 with me. Control. Composure. Big brace. Then drive. Come on, strong. Strong. Yes, stay on it. Stay on it. Stay on it. Good. Eurocentric. Slow. Slow. Good man. There we go. Good set, man. I get my breath back before I speak. In terms of rest times, actually, what I want to speak about, people ask me kind of how long should I rest between sets, and I think when you're more experienced and you're doing like a lower volume approach, you should like take as long as you need till you feel like you can match the set previously. There's no point in doing a really hard set, resting like a minute, going in, and then the quality of that set is like 50%. At that point, you know, it's not a productive set. So yeah, my advice for rest time is kind of take as long as you need. And another thing I want to mention actually, with a seated leg curl, this kind of technique is like, I'm seeing it a lot now, where people lock in like this and they're leaning over, right? And what that's doing is putting you in more hip flexion, so you lengthen the hamstrings more, which is great. But I feel like if I was to do that, I'd do that towards like the end of the session, when I've already worked the hamstrings more in the shortened range. The problem I see is when people start with that, and because they're trying to shift a lot of load, they end up like just moving around too much and not actually producing as much force as they can, because they're not stable. So yeah, like I think it's not a bad way to do it, but if you are going to do it like that, do it towards like the end of the session rather than the start. Right then, on the hack squat, currently warming up, doing my feeder sets now. So what you'll notice I've got squat shoes on. That's because of poor ankle mobility from BMX injuries where I broke my ankles, you know, torn ligaments, all that stuff I won't go into, but my ankle mobility is really bad. So I put these on, that helps a lot to create more knee flexion. And you'll notice I've got knee sleeves on for the first time. And that, again, battling an old injury. I've had knee surgery, torn ACL, cartilage removed. My knee is like smashed up. So I'm hoping these support my knee all right, but these are actually feeling really tight. This is a size extra large, and I'm hoping they just need breaking in a little bit, but they feel like tight, which is good, but I don't know if it's like cutting off blood circulation. So we'll see. I mean, it feels light, it's 2 plates, so let's put 6 on. Yeah, knee sleeves ain't feeling too bad. So we'll take 3 plates now, last feeder set, probably do 1, maybe 2 reps. Then I should be feeling ready for the top set, and I think I'll take 3.5. All-time PB on 3.5, I think it's 5 or 6. Hopefully that today, we'll see. Yeah, feeling good. That's feeling really good. Minimum of 5. Otherwise, I'm a bottle job. We'll get 5. I better get 5. Otherwise, I'm embarrassing. Three more, come on. Come on, come on. One more, push. Big push. One more. Have it. It's these knee sleeves make a massive difference. That's a massive PB. Sort of put something in my pre-workout, I think. I knew on the warm-up though, I did 3 and it felt well light. I thought, oh, okay, I fancy it today. Come on then, switch on. Big press. Good. Breathe. Brace. Yes, good. Push. More. Press. We've got 2 here, minimum. Minimum of 2. Press. Good. Yes, good. Come on then. Yes, stay on it. 1, minimum. Yeah, you. That'll do. Good man. You got to 6, I see you laughed. I said 1 more, I seen that you laughed. I don't know about you, but I can't get pumped to this music. It ain't the one, and my headphones are died.
Let's go. I wake up to a little bit of drool on my pillow, feel like it's gonna be a bad day. Yeah, I'm tired of shit, and the coffee ain't hit yet, damn, ain't that great. I don't wanna go to work, cause my boss is a jerk, and I'm not even that paid. I need a change in my life, cause I don't feel alive, and there's nothing that makes me happy. Hold my beer for a minute, I'm about to quit my job, cash in for a ticket. I'm going on a trip and I don't plan to visit. I'm gonna stay there till I feel like I'm winning, and this is just the beginning. I need a big change, help me feel like living. I need a big swing, home runs I'm hitting, and I'll never look back, moving on till I get it all. And we all got dreams, we all want things, but what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be? And do you believe you can do anything? But what you gonna do for it? How you gonna move for it? What you gonna be?
There's another one there, weren't there? Yeah, I think so. So for the leg extension, that's the next exercise. Again, just 2 sets, last set, we do an intensifier, do a drop set. But you'll notice I've got straps out, and that's literally just to create a bit more stability. When you get to like a certain level of strength, you're gonna feel like, say you're moving a stack, for example, and you weigh like 70 kilos, the weight's gonna be moving you about a bit, your hips are gonna come up. So some people like use the seatbelt. I personally can't really be asked for that. So what I do is just use straps and anchor myself into that. That way I can keep nice and still. And obviously the more stability we can create, more force output, more mechanical tension. So I'm not actually going heavy on this. On my other legs rotation, I'll do the leg extension, as the first exercise, or second exercise, but first quad exercise. And the reason for that is just to kind of spend time in the shorten range. This is the only exercise where we can fully shorten the quads. You think about a hack squat or leg press, you never fully shorten the quads. So yeah, one rotation, I do it early on in the session. Second session in the week, I spend more time in the lengthen range, and I don't worry too much about the shorten range. Obviously I try and contract, but yeah, I'm not thinking about trying to move loads of load. It's more like about internal feel. Still trying to obviously progress the numbers, but obviously the load ain't gonna be as much. 2, 1, push. Good man. Lovely. Right, on to some abs now. So with this is gonna sound like proper bro science, but I don't try and get stronger on it. And the reason for that is whenever I try and chase load, chase reps, all that happens is my hip flexors end up taking over and my abs do less work. So it's almost like you're regressing, although you're thinking you're progressively overloading by getting stronger all the time. I'm not saying you can't do it, obviously you can, but your rate of progression is going to be quite slow. So I actually just focus on internal feel and just taking 3 sets the whole way there. I do that twice a week. One day with this ab crunch machine, another day on a cable rope crunch. So yeah, 3 sets on here. So that's all the leg exercises I do on that legs rotation, and because I do it 2 times a week, I don't feel the need to do a lot of exercises. For me, just about going in, picking a handful of exercises and progressing them each week. That way, I'm going to guarantee muscle growth because progressive overload is taking place. If I do a lot of volume and don't really get that much stronger, chances are I actually won't probably build half as much muscle. So that's the reason for like a low selection of exercises. Here's them, look. I don't know why I was really strong today though. I think it's to do with the knee sleeves. I definitely felt a lot stronger with them on. I feel like that's a bit of a cheat code to be fair, but it is like legal in powerlifting competitions. So I'm saying it's not helping me, at least that's what I'm going to tell myself. And what else? Yeah, I went home before I trained in between. Like I did a bit of PT, went home and then came back to the gym. I think mentally that helped me a lot. Anyway, post-workout meal is about to go in and I'm quite shocked that I'm actually calling this a post-workout meal. This is certainly not the usual, but I go on holiday in about 36 hours. So currently I don't give a monkeys. Plus it's Friday and I've got a lot of calories to use up. What we've got is 1 sweet chili chicken pizza. So that's from, I think it's from Asda or Aldi, no, it's from Aldi. And it's actually like 800 calories or just shy of 800 calories for the whole pizza with like 30 grams of protein, so it's not too bad. Also with that, I've got 180 grams of wedges, so that's the cooked weight along with some barbecue sauce. So like I said, certainly not optimal, but if you're getting 5 reps up on a hack squat, I ain't got to worry about being optimal today. So the time is now 9:25, so it is getting on a little bit. So I've got a few things to do. So what I'm going to do is do some massage gun work along with some stretching. So I'll go into this in more detail in another video, but I'm getting deep tissue work done once a month now because, to cut a long story short, I am like very tight to the point where it makes my own training quite difficult. So yeah, I'll touch on that in another video. Also, what I'm going to do is whack down the last meal of the day. Well, it's not a meal, it's more of a snack. So I've got 30 grams of almonds along with 30 grams of whey protein. So that's just with water. So if you want 40% off any Protein Well products, you know what to do. Just use my code PWBRAD. That is about it for the day, I think. So I'm going to Cyprus tomorrow, no, Sunday. And yeah, I'll be putting a video out a few days after I get back. So probably 10 to 14 days time or something. Yeah, that's when you'll see me next. Hope you enjoyed it. Like, comment, subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.